Cryptillians and crypto crackheads. Oh my goodness. I simply read a YouTube comment about, hey, you should check out Patreon, get a Patreon. You know, I didn't know if that was like Telegram or what. So I logged on, created an account yesterday when it was getting dark. And today I just decided to check it and try to learn what it is. And I already had almost 60 people signed up to watch me on Patreon. Wow. So Cryptillians and crypto crackheads, it's really cool to see that you find this content valuable. So I will continue giving you really good free content, because this is how I learned everything I know, free content for the most part. So I'm going to continue giving YouTube great free content. What I'm going to do on my Patreon, even though I don't necessarily have a game plan yet. I don't even know I kind of know what the tiers mean, but you're going to have to forgive me. I'm going to have to figure this stuff out. I don't even know how to do a live stream, right? I mean, hell, just 3 weeks ago, I didn't know how to use my microphone. And like I said, I accidentally did this YouTube stuff just because my Facebook group, I couldn't post a video to my group that was over 25 megabytes. So I posted it to YouTube. I already had an account for music. And then the world started watching it and demanded more. But anyway, for Patreon, I'm probably going to give more intimate information on what I'm doing personally for my personal portfolio and precise moves of what I'm doing. And so the very first video that I posted today, I went in depth what my hedge is against this risky stuff. I mean, what we're doing is pretty risky. Small caps are risky. However, it's a party right now, obviously, right? And it's going to last till about December, maybe until the second week of January. Because typically small cap coins will pop. I mean, sometimes they go 50x in like 2 weeks at the end. It goes parabolic, even more so than Bitcoin. But that's when Bitcoin actually gets trapped below its weekly 10 EMA. And then altcoins will have one last hoorah. But it's not just one last. It is the biggest. It, like, literally the biggest. I mean, in 6 weeks, I think Verge in 2017, I think it went over 1,000x, not 1,000%. All right. But 100,000%, 1,000x. Okay. So it's a big hoorah at the end. But anyway, I don't even, oh yeah. So I gave information on my first video about what my hedge is against this, in case something stupid happens, you know, like an exchange goes away, or I get in a car accident in July and the market tanks 70%. Like, you know, the party's over before I thought. I couldn't get my money out, stuff like that. So I have a hedge in crypto for that. And then I have a hedge for my hedge. So I went ahead and went into that on my very first video. So I'm going to plan to do more intimate things, you know, financially intimate stuff, even though, you know, I'm not like some tax expert. I can't help with that, but I can let you know exactly what my plays are, at what levels, stuff like that. And that's what I'll try to do for Patreon 1. The second thing I'm going to try to do on Patreon is the YouTube comments about, hey, check out this coin, what do you think? It's too overwhelming. It's too much. So what I'm going to try to do for Patreons or my Patreons is take those requests, and then for different tiers, you know, for any tier, I'll take like a couple of months or whatever, or a couple of weeks, I don't know, just until it's overwhelming again. And then I might have to readjust. But then for VIP members, I'm going to start scheduling live sessions. I will release my schedule once I create it. Hopefully this is all panned out by Monday. So give me till Monday, folks, to have this slightly polished. Until then, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just trying though, but I am a quick learn. I'm a quick study. And I'm going to try to do live chats, for example. Let's say, for example, don't write this down, on a Tuesday at 8 a.m. Eastern, so that folks in Europe and Asia can watch at a decent time. But my Thursday slot will be, you know, in the late evening at 9 p.m. Eastern, something like that, after I put my baby, my youngest down, something like that. I'm going to try to have at least 2 days, maybe 3, like somewhere in the middle, like Saturday at noon or something, so I can get all time frames. And my Patreons, regardless of what time zone part of the world you're in, you know, obviously I wouldn't, you won't be able to do all three, but you would be able to see which one is best for you. And I'll try to lock in at least 3 days in a week with completely different time frames, like a drastic, 6 hours apart or 8 hours apart, or yeah, 8 would make sense. Thirds or so. So all the world, wherever you're coming from, New Zealand, Asia, or Europe, which is kind of in the middle, and then the Western Hemisphere, perhaps later at night, like what I'm doing now. So folks in Europe right now, you're probably waking up to this video or whatever. That's cool. I'm gonna try to get a schedule even for YouTube as well. I like this is so overwhelming. I in a good way. So anyway, thank you all. This is overwhelming. Give me a little time to adjust. I'm a person of structure, if you can't tell. So I need to create structure. I'll have it, I'll post it, and then we should be good to go, assuming that I learn how to do live videos both on YouTube better and on Patreon. So coin reviews / more portfolio intimate stuff on Patreon. And then I'm also taking suggestions from my Patreons, because I don't know how the hell to use it. I don't know what you're expecting if you're a VIP member, which I did lower the price from what Patreon was suggesting. $25 a month. I think I got rid of that number and made it drastically lower. But I'm going to try to mold it to the different tiers' needs, or what they think is fair to get their money out of it. Because I don't want to leave you hanging and pay for something that didn't give you like 5-fold or way more. Like 5-fold ROI is good. If you're not getting 5-fold what you're putting into it, then you need to tell me and I'll fix it. So anyway, YouTube stuff, here we go. So I'm going to keep the same old type of information I'm doing here. I simply won't be able to read through all the comments and just check out this coin, that coin. Why do I think it's too much, folks? Unless you're letting me know, hey, this has a cross. I will obviously see those, but I won't be able to let you know about price action. It just got too much, and my wife's complaining and all. But regardless of my wife, it's overwhelming. I can't keep up with it. So BEPRO. We're past the line. Told you we'd hit it. Have we passed 2 cents? Nope. Not yet. So just like in my charting video, and if you haven't watched my charting video, I show you how to set up my charts exactly like I have them. It's in the library, in the description section. And honestly, if you're new to my channel, you need to check out all of them. So you know what I'm talking about. And you can watch them on 1.75 times speed. If your English is, you can understand it still. Just or put it on times 2 if you're a native English speaker, right? But anyway, so check this out. I'm on the daily time frame BEPRO. What do you see here? Actually, I just want to ask you guys, look at what on my screen. What do you see besides red dildos in your face? Okay, look at moving averages and look at RSI and look at Stokes. And let me smash this a little bit, and let me put my cursor in a pretty convenient spot. Okay, so look at moving averages, look at RSI, look at Stokes. What are you seeing? Let's start with moving averages. This is what I'm seeing. As I show you and explain in that chart video that's in the library, whenever you see the opaque color, or you could do the thin line, but the simple, whenever you see something like the simple crossing above the exponential, that typically means price is going down. It has about an 80% hit rate on the daily. On the weekly, on Bitcoin, you have to have a coin with a lot of age. On Bitcoin, this line crossing that line has a 100% hit rate. And what do you think it is called every time with perfect accuracy? The bear market, the end of the party. So, but that would be on the weekly. So the higher time frame you go, the better the hit rate. And pretty much going to the 21 on the weekly is about as high as you can go. So I'm on the daily, and this is the 10. So it's a lower moving average, but it's a high time frame. This has got a huge hit rate, folks. I think with this cross, I think this line might be probable. And this line, if YouTube is not giving me HD, even though I'm recording in HD, this line is 0.0, so it's 1.7 cents. It says 0.01734, 0.01734. I think it might snag it. It won't stay there long, but I think it's going to touch it. What also might be probable is that we right here barely dip below, come up, test this line, come back down, really form a good base. And just like in my last video, what do I think is going to happen? We're going to get stuck below this line next. This line's out of play, folks. This ain't going to happen again. It's not going to happen. It would have had to have done it immediately, because now it's too far out of reach. Look, if I go straight up from here, it's 8 cents. We're not going up to 8 cents. It's not going to happen. So this line, with 95 to 99% likelihood, will never be touched again until we die, like until your consciousness is over. It's not going to happen. Okay? It's out. So I'm not going to delete it yet. I'm going to keep it there to prove my point. It's out of play. So that's two possibilities. Get stuck under this line after either coming all the way down or doing something like playing between. So a lot of times you play between and then come up and rest on this. So this line is probably going to be a resting point from which we build a base. That is going to be my guess at this point with this new cross here. Now, if you happen to see this red line, like it's happening on Bitcoin and Cardano right now, this red line here, if you see it come down like this, and that's the 10 EMA on the daily, and this line go like this, and price is sandwiched here, I think that this could happen. This is actually, so yeah, I mean, regardless if it comes all the way down and hits this line or not, whether it hits this line, which is 0.01734, or if it comes between, regardless, I think price is going to get stuck between the yellow line, the 21, and the 10. And I bet it goes up from there. If it goes down, it's tanking to, like, it's going to go to where these candles are. 1.1 cents. I don't think that's going to happen. That's a what if. But I think it's extremely likely that BEPRO gets stuck under this line, which is the 10 EMA. See my charting video in the library. I think it's going to get stuck under, and what I just said is going to happen. And I think it's going to bust out and get stuck here, and then come test this line again, write it out, and then test it again. And then it'll ignore this line afterward. And this might be the second week of April, third week of April. But we're going to have to form a base here somewhere by my two lines. Okay? So this isn't my first bull market rodeo. I've been studying this for 4.5 years, how crypto moved. It's almost the exact same as any price. Like it could be the price of oil. It doesn't matter. It's just this stuff's more volatile, which means more money, right? Hopefully that makes sense to you and you agree with that. When you see your bags dropping 40%, and you're holding your breath, that means you're either far in the green and you shouldn't be holding your breath because you're still in profit, or if you're actually taking losses during this stuff, that means you need to get better setups, and you should watch all the library videos I have. That stuff won't happen to you. That means you bought glory and you didn't buy dips or a breakout. If you buy dips or a breakout, you're safe. I mean, close to 100% of the time in a bull market. It's hard not to have, well, if you pay attention and you've watched my videos, it's hard to take a losing position in a bull market. You should not be chasing any coin. So if you find yourself doing this, is it too late to get in? Is it too late to get in? Yes, it's too late to get in. Okay, and I get a lot of questions on DAPPT about that. Yes, it's too late. Wait till it cools its tits. All right. Yeah. So this is what's happening with BEPRO. It's very, very similar to the shape I drew on Twitter. It's actually the exact same shape I drew. I drew a shape just like this, a double arc, but mine was a shorter time frame. It was shorter. This is drawn out longer than I thought. But how did I know it was going to do that? It's because it's what it did last time. Look. How is that hard? Look. Double arc. Very simple. And the second drop went, look, so first drop. Here, let me, well, not click on the wrong stuff. Let me remove some of my lines here, folks. And thank you for the feedback on that, whoever told me that. Work with, because you're right, I don't need all these lines right now. I need that line. I don't need that one. I guess I'll just keep these. Okay. Yeah, so first dip, second dip was lower. What percentage lower? Well, let's find out. From candle to wick, 24%. From candle, what do you think is going to be at the 24% mark? Any guesses? And no, I didn't plan this out. I'm doing this on the fly. Right between the lines. It's just technical analysis works. I don't know why. It's just, actually I do know why. It's human psychology. And if you haven't seen my past videos on that, price is just a map of human psychology. It's the best psychology book you can ever read. People's psychology has not changed since humans were invented, to say it poorly, but since the dawn of humans, somewhere between 80 and 180,000 years ago. Hasn't changed. We don't dig in the dirt all day for food anymore, but our psychology is the exact same. We're just slow learners. IQ of 100 really is not that high. If humans had equivalent of IQ 500, we would have had written languages, buildings, and bridges, I mean, within like 1,000 years of humanity. But it took tens and tens and tens of thousands of years. Humans are slow learners. I mean, we're living in the dirt and living in caves for the vast majority of human history. So anyway, okay, yeah, so yeah, it's probably going to come between these lines, folks. That's BEPRO. What's the future hold for BEPRO? I already drew the lines. That's what these trajectories are here. I'm thinking, let me go to the week. Sorry. That's the 4 hour. Can't see a whole lot on the 4 hour long term. If I can stop pressing buttons. So yeah, trajectory. I'm thinking this lower trajectory is what we're going to do. I don't think BEPRO is going to pass 60 cents. So if I had to guess, I guess BEPRO is going to hit somewhere between 6 or 70-ish and, I don't know, 30 cents to 70 cents. But if you catch this on a wick down at 1.7, you know, you're still way more than 20x in your money after a huge run. People buying it down here, you know, about the time I started my channel, 0.002. That's 335 times your money. $1,000 bought at 0.002. If it hits just like 63 cents, you have $310,000. So there's a lot of upward movement, even though this looks boring. It's not. It's a lot of money. There's a lot of money left on the table. Okay. Binance listing. I heard somebody talk about that. It's not going to have any immediate effect. It's simply, in the end, will add a little bit of favor to where this lands at the end. That's it. Binance listing, just like I told you, news doesn't move stuff about Cardano. I told you it's a trap. It wasn't people buying. I told everybody on my channel, news does not move big coins. That's 2017. That's so 2017. This is a trap. It's gonna, and I think I said the exact words. And go back to my video, the noob video, crypto noob. If you don't believe me, go back. And it's before it even dipped. I was calling the dip before it happened. Now everybody's talking about it, obviously, because it's dipping. I was the first person on all of freaking YouTube, even before my two mentors, who didn't see it. And now guess what those two people are talking about? What I talked about like 5 days ago. The exact same things. The divergence on the RSI, and we're overdue to hit the weekly 21. So the student outpaced. I got the best of my two mentors. Yeah, I'm trying not to let y'all down. I'm trying to give you good information. And so kind of people won't believe me about, oh, BEPRO on Binance. No, it's not going to cause something like this to happen. Ah, we're going crazy. No, it's not. What it will do is it will change where we land here at the end of the year. That's it. Nothing immediate. Well, does it look like anything immediate's happened? Hell no. Same shit that I already said is going to happen is happening right in front of our faces. Just about 4 days lengthier time frame than I thought. But yeah. So that's what we got for BEPRO. So DAPPT, getting a lot of questions about that. Be careful. Be careful. Like, this is not a time just to be chasing glory. Okay. So I had a lot of people asking me even before this dip, like asking me here and here and here and here. DAPPT, I heard you mention it. Yeah, I was mentioning it over here, folks. I was mentioning it before this happened. My tweet, I don't know what date, but it was over here. Okay. I tweeted it, I think, when it was forming the base here or climbing up to it here. After this happens, no. No. You wait until you see a formation like this. Stability. Does this look stable? No, it looks down. Does this look down? No, it looks stable. You wait till you see something like this. Or something like you saw on SYLO. Look, it's like the same thing, see? Look, stability. Stability. Is it stable now? What do you think? No, it's not. It's going to come down and stabilize here. It might stabilize in the middle, though, like BEPRO. It could. So if it does that, let's look left. Okay, always look left to see what I might be missing. Am I missing a line? Well, I sure as hell am. I am missing a line. That's why it's stopping there. So look, I'm absolutely missing a line. It's not as strong of a line, but look, this candle body here. See the bottom of that one? This candle body there. See the top of that one? This wick aligns perfectly. Wicks are like half power. So you give half weight to wicks. Two wicks actually. This is a doji candle. See that skinny little bastard? Look at that. Look at that skinny bastard. Like, wow. Look at that guy. That's a very bearish candle, by the way. That's extremely bearish, but obviously because it went straight down after that. Yeah, whenever you see that, that's bad. Yeah, so I missed a line. So here, wick, candle body. Okay, that's a bunch. That's a bunch added up. So let's put a thin line there. It's not as strong as all these, but I absolutely missed a line. And I think I mentioned earlier about the volume profile. I said that is a good way to see if you're missing a line, right? Because it's easy to miss lines, especially if you've already drawn all this, right? It's easy to miss. So let me get rid of my Stokes indicators. Yeah, so you just type, now I think you have to type in volume PRO. You can't just put VOL, not even volume PR. It won't pull up, I think. So anyway, once you find it, you star it so you don't have to look it up again. Well, crap, let's see if it'll even work. There it goes. No, this didn't show me that I missed a line. But that just means it's not powerful, and so I missed it for an okay reason. And so let's make that a skinny line. But that also means that might not hold up. So I can't remember what I just said about SYLO. Whether I can't, I think I said it, but make a comment below if I didn't say this. I think it's going to settle here, right? But it looks like it's settling here. I think I said that. I really actually don't know. But because there's nothing missing here, what does that mean? That means it's not very good support. I missed it for a reason, because it's not a huge support. It's probably going to level out here, folks. It could hold this line, but... So if you want to get into SYLO, so I'll go back to DAPP here in a second. If you want to get into SYLO, I would try to catch it right at this line, 0.00441. Just put in limit, you would put in limit buys now. And you could straddle it, right? So if you want to spend $100 on buying SYLO, I would start my limit orders here, 0.00477. So maybe $10 here, $10 there, $10 there, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, or however many to 100. 10% of what you want to do like that. Start up high, go down. And if price only goes to here, that's cool. Just cancel these orders and market buy on the way up. And then what do you think you should do? What do you think you should do after you buy the dip? Is this a pretty powerful line here? Do you think we're going to break it on this next try? I don't. It's probably going to range twice. It's probably going to range a few times, folks. I mean, look how big of a run this has gone on. And you can apply this to anything. Look. Just look for a lot of data points here, like where it lines up. Okay, maybe there. This is kind of like a breakout point. Measure. What from the breakout? How big of a run? 500%. The bigger the... So once you're over 350% run, you need about 3 weeks to cool your tits. Sometimes 300% runs... just like here, only takes a few days, okay? Or 200%, something like that. But if you do a 500% deal, you're not dealing with the 2-hour crap anymore, all right? You're not dealing with 2-hour time frame. You are dealing with the daily. Any run over 500%, go to the weekly and daily. Don't be pissing around with the 2-hour 89 EMA. 500 and bigger is daily. You're hitting the daily 10 minimum almost every time. I bet you can't find a crypto that once it did a run of 500% or greater that didn't come down and check its daily 10 EMA. This guy right here. I bet you can't find one. And I bet far more than half, even in a bull market, come down to check their daily 21 EMA after a 500+% run. So if anybody actually does do their homework and try to find that, just let me know what you find. I'm actually kind of interested because those were just gut numbers. But I'm pretty confident with the numbers because I've been staring at prices for so long. But anyway, so that's SYLO entry, DAPPT entry. It's been on a big run. We might have to use the weekly. I think it's going to have to hit the weekly 10. So that means it's going to go sideways for quite a while. And it might not dip below this line. Actually, I kind of guess it will not. But I'm pretty sure it's going to play on this line, folks. And it might dip down quickly and touch that and then level off here. That's what I think is going to happen. So if you want to put in limit orders, kind of like I said earlier here, you know, around start at 0.00465. You know, if you have $100 to spend, 10% here, 10% there, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, something like that. Great. And if price only comes down to grab that many, and then these folks don't get hit because price doesn't go that low, right? Those don't get hit, but these do. Then you can market buy momentum up. But you have to cancel the orders first, because it'll lock up your tether or Bitcoin, whatever you're using in it. So let's look at So one thing I'm forgetting to do with DAPPT is the Bitcoin chart. Holy cow. So if you snag... Okay, so Bitcoin charts, assuming that there are not all-time highs made on the Bitcoin pairing, which is more common than not, because Bitcoin's been too strong for coins to make gains on it. Not even Cardano is past this point on the Bitcoin pairing, right? As we saw in our last video. Which means it's weaker than Bitcoin the whole run, right? Like Bitcoin's that strong. Like Bitcoin is way stronger than 2017. This is going to be a wealth building next 8 months or however long it's going to last, 8.5. Maybe 9.5 months for smalls. But I don't know. For trying to figure out your dips, I would use the dollar pairing. But to find out where to take my 20 bags, I would exclusively use the after you buy a dip. Okay, you buy a dip on the US dollar pairing, wherever like that. Since it already skyrocketed it past year, I think the next run it will ignore these. I think it's going to go to one of these two. So if you buy a dip, what would you want to do immediately? Put in limit sell orders, but go, even if you bought it in Tether, do it in Bitcoin. Do it on the Bitcoin pairing. So, just choose the Bitcoin pairing. And then on Bitcoin pairing, if you're, let's say your 20 bag is 100 DAPPT, just to keep a round number, even though probably way more than that. 10 here, 10, 10, 10, 10, all the way to 100, something like that. And maybe one over, right? So maybe do one like this, because a lot of times it goes past the line. See that? So actually I would do over. I would do 2 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. You got to fit 10 in there. It's easy. All right, so that's DAPPT. We already got SYLO. MTV's following my map. It's making me look like I'm a genius. Look at this. It's almost exactly. Look, green, red down to the red, green where I said green, and it's approaching the red. It'll come back down, and then it'll bust through. Since Bitcoin's going down, though, and I drew this before Bitcoin was actually going down, even though I told everybody it would before anybody else, which was a good call. I'm not always that good. I'm on a freaking heller streak right now, everybody, and my streak is going to end. And when it ends, absolutely, be brutal about it. Call me out. Tell me, leave me 10 comments per person. You were wrong. Hell yes. But to be fair about that, though, when I am, I make a blunder, I'm warning you that it will happen at some point. I'm on some ridiculous freaking streak right now. It's like insane. All right. And it's possible that I keep like a 95% hit rate on everything I talk about, because everything's going up generally. It's just stutter steps. All I'm doing is I'm calling the stutter steps. Everything is up. Even Bitcoin dropping from 60 grand down to 42 grand, which it will hit most likely, that's still up. It's still going up. It's just stuttering, right? So I've studied all the stutter steps for a while. All I'm doing is calling stutter steps. If you watch me, if I'm still making videos, next March and a year and stuff during the bear market, which if you think things are going up forever, you need to watch my market cycle video. You're very wrong, and you're gonna get wrecked if you don't watch that video. Seriously, if you could watch one video, I would watch that one. Of all my videos, even if you don't trade, don't do anything, you're just one of those buy and pray people. That's the video to watch. And then you would want to watch something like Willy Woo. He agrees with me even for the same reasons. And I learned he thought the same things I did afterward. I said something like, regardless of when the halvening is, the dip or the bear market should always start around in December, January because of taxes. Because it works the same in China, Far East Asia, everywhere. People are taking profit for tax purposes, not just in the United States. Even though Chinese calendar is a little different, like that's how it works. It's going to be December. Bitcoin's going to go parabolic around November. And it's going to go from like 110,000 to freaking 320,000 in a matter of several weeks. It's going to go crazy. It's going to go crazy. But that means between now and then, I think it's going to be a lot more boring. And I think this is where altcoins are really going to show. Because people are going to see, oh, wait, my gains on Bitcoin aren't as great. Well, no shit. Guess so. I think altcoin season, even though everything's up right now, I think it's just getting started. So if you've been making money by following me and watching this, oh shit, just wait until May. That's nothing yet. Wait till people take profits out of Bitcoin because they see alts rocking more. They're going to start buying alts and they're going to move markets. I'm telling you, alts are like they just had, like, if you're lighting a fire, it's when that flame has like 3 seconds to rise. That's where alts are. Bitcoin dominance is probably going to go under 40%. That won't happen until about January, when Bitcoin's falling and altcoins have their last two raw, but it's going to happen. Yeah, the party's just getting started, folks, but timing is of the essence. That's why it's so important not to just buy and pray and hold. That's not good. You're missing out on so much as your coin goes sideways. Shit, I think I 20 bagged MTV, bought something else that skyrocketed, and then now I can buy more MTV at a lower price and with double the money, right? Because I 20 bagged, bought something else, sold that, and now I'm coming back to, hey, oh, yep, hey, it's about ready time to buy at a lower price with more money, right? So holding and praying, you need to just watch my library videos. It's going to help you so much. And if you're a native English speaker, watch them on 1.75 times speed. You're going to make so much more money. So much more, folks. What else have I? So yeah, I mean, VeChain, it's a 2017 hype coin. I mean, I strongly suggest against it. Okay, so start on the weekly, right? And you think this is just an ugly chart. This is just stupid, and it's weak compared to BTC. This is weak, folks. It's stronger than Cardano is, though. This is hard to tell on the BTC pairing. I don't think it's going to play the BTC pairing. If it does, it's not going to go below here. And the reason I say that is because look at all these wicks and candles, more candles, nothing here. Wicks, candles, wick, perfect, yeah. So it's not going below that. So if you want to try snagging VeChain, I would probably do it on the, I mean, you can try playing the BTC chart. Try playing, I think that's 0.50131. But just to be a little conservative, bump it up a couple, like 135. And that'll be a good snag. Okay, so let's see a breakout point. So breakout from there. Now let's measure how much of a breakout it had. 345%. So that's under 500, right? You can try using the 2 hour or the 4 hour. Since it's closer to 500, I would use the 4 hour to try to figure this out. So look at the RSI, look at the moving averages that I should add back. Okay, so look at moving averages first. This is the 4 hour since it's under 500% run. What do you see? It's hitting our golden line. I mean, this could hold up if Bitcoin weren't going down, but since Bitcoin's going down, it's probably going to go to the next level. And that probably aligns with something on the daily. So let's look. 0.077. Let's go to the daily. The most important one, the 21. Told you. So yeah, it's probably going to hit. It's probably going to hit here. So if you want to snag some VeChain, 0.077 would probably be a pretty safe place to do it. And your entry there, even if it goes down a little bit, it's probably not going to stay there long. Like the chance of you being in a losing position waiting for it to come down here is very low, right? It's very low. It's all about your setups, folks. It's like, if you follow me, it's going to be hard to put yourself in a losing position. Because everything's up. You just got to time the stutters. That's it. God, I can't even think. Oh, ADB. Our new BEPRO. Yeah, this has got legs, folks. It hasn't even touched its 4 hour 10. This means it's not done. It's probably going to hit this line. I would say that's a lot of room up. And it only trades versus Bitcoin. Yeah, and Bitcoin's going down. Yeah, it's probably gonna hit this line. I would say like 60 to 80% chance. It's much over 50. Now, if Bitcoin were screaming high right now, I would say it lands somewhere between and then comes to settle here, right? If Bitcoin were going up, because it's really hard to make gains on Bitcoin if it's going up. It's Bitcoin strong as shit. But now that Bitcoin's going down, I bet it goes past here and settles here. And it could hit this next line up. Yeah, it's going to scream past this because Bitcoin's going down. And it's probably going to go halfway up and land here and settle and then go up and then test the next one. Maybe break through it. But by that time, Bitcoin's probably going to be going up to make a 35%. It'll probably look, so if Bitcoin's going up by the time it does both this and go sideways a bit, it'll probably do something what Bolt's doing. So imagine like this is Bolt's all-time high that it hasn't passed yet, right? Which we'll go to that one next. But just remember what I'm saying here because that's what you'll be seeing on the next chart. So imagine this were the all-time high, and all-time high is, going to the weekly and looking left, it would be like this was the high ever. None of this stuff up here is even there, right? Yeah, so imagine like I think that this pump, it's going to go up to here, right here, and then it's going to do what Bolt's doing now. It's going to creep up like this, maybe fall back down, creep up, and then bust through. I think that's most probable. I don't think, or it could do something like this, touch it and then build a big base, and then actually that might be more probable. You know what? It might go straight up to this next line. I actually think that's more probable. Or just shy of it, somewhere like here or here. It's probably going to go here, make a base, and then, yeah, it could stutter step, make a base higher, and then pump through. Something like one of those two things is going to happen with ADB. But look, folks, this has a lot of room. It's still under 5 million cap. Like this, even if it only gets to 200 million cap, right? In a parabolic cycle, which that's medium small for crypto. 200 million. Hell, that's an eighth of the size of OMI, and it was just born. It was born at $1 billion just because somebody said we're worth $1 billion, which is why I'm not buying it. I think it's a horrible buy. Who says you're worth that much? People, just because the price is low in US dollars doesn't mean it's overvalued. Literally, somebody just decided out of thin air, I'm going to value my company at $500 million, even though our revenue is something like $3 million. And we have no business having a market cap of 800 million or whatever the hell because it's at 1.6 billion now. So it's, whatever they did. And that's why they hid the market cap from you. Because they just decided out of thin air it's worth that much and people were buying it. Bad idea, folks. And if you think OMI can get to $1 this year, you're freaking stupid. You're an idiot if you think that. Seriously, do some freaking math. Do you think OMI is going to hit like how many billion, like 160 billion market cap in a year? Are you freaking stupid? I had somebody comment on that. You're an idiot. Seriously, and I'm sorry I'm saying that, but you're an idiot. It's not going to hit $1. You're going to get wrecked, bro. You're going to get screwed. And I'm calling you an idiot not to make fun of you. I would prefer that you watch my video, so maybe I shouldn't be calling you an idiot. I'm sorry. Or anybody else who believes that. But it's not going to happen. I don't want you to lose your money. That's why I'm like calling you an idiot. Like, you're an idiot because you're going to lose your money. Because you can't do simple math. Freaking figure out how big its market cap has to be $1, dude. Are you serious? And look at the history of, like, how long did it take Ethereum to get to 100 billion? Are you out of your freaking mind? Jeez. And, it's not so much being stupid. It's stupid because you're going to get wrecked, and I don't want you to be wrecked. I don't want you to be wrecked. I don't care about being right, even though I am right about it. And you're going to learn the freaking hard way. because you're going to lose your freaking money when you're buying that crap when it's like 13 cents, which it's going to probably top out there. You're going to be buying it, and the people who are making money are the people, the ones selling it to you, man. Because you think it's going to hit $1. And you don't understand that the party's over in December or January. And you're going to be buying it for 13 cents in January. And then you're going to watch it go down well under a penny. You're going to get screwed, man. You're going to get screwed. And I prefer you don't. I honestly do. I prefer you didn't lose your money. Because it sucks. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to help you not lose your money. And then you, like, people make just mathematically incorrect comments like that because you're incompetent. Like, you're going to lose your money. You have no business buying crypto. If you think something that's under a penny can hit $1 just because it's under $1, you're freaking out of your mind. You need to learn what market cap is, man. Or people who else thinks that. You need to learn what this stuff is. All right? Because it sucks losing your money. It sucks. And I'll tell you how much it sucks. Watch. I'll show you with this chart. Oh no! Oh my God! My $1,000 became $300. Okay, we're good to go. We're good to go. Oh no! Oh no! Now my $1,000 is like $10. Oh, we're good to go. That was the end. Oh no! Oh, we're good to go. Oh no! For 3 years. It sucks. Calling you an idiot, and all of you who think that, you're all idiots because you're going to lose your money, and I don't want you to. You know, maybe I shouldn't call you all idiots. I apologize. But you're an idiot. Seriously, like, that's just mathematically, that's math parted, you know? Like, come on. All right. God, I keep getting on these tirades, sorry. It makes me angry when I make a channel. Not angry. I'm not angry. The hell, I'm not angry at all. I feel so bad for people. My entire content on YouTube is to help you make money. Not even to help you make money, to help you not lose your money. And then you come on my channel voicing to the world how you're going to lose your money. Like, what the hell are you doing? I can't save all the lost souls. Let me look at what else I got here. Map, OLT. Oh, Bolt. Yep. So still forming a base. This is going to take a while, folks. It's just going to do this for a bit and then pop. And it's all, so if you want to try to figure out when Bolt's really going to go, I would just look at Bitcoin pairing. The bots are going to be programmed to buy it right at the cross. It's right there, so it could happen any moment. And what I've seen a lot of coins do is they have a cross, and then some bots are programmed to front run it down here and sell hard here to do a quick flip, right? And then what happens is it retests, and those same bots who weren't front running and selling here, then they buy it all up back again. And so I've seen multiple instances where a coin comes up, fails, falls on its face, and then goes up. Will that happen with Bolt? I kind of doubt it. I doubt that's going to happen. I think it's any day now, and maybe people turned off their bots to buy this when Bitcoin's going down because they're losing their money because those bots are stupid. Shouldn't be using bots. I guess you could make money. I mean, anybody's going to make money. You can use a chimpanzee in a bull market. You're going to make money. Try using your bot in a bear market. You're going to lose your money. If you broke even in a bear market with a bot, I would be impressed. All right, CS. Oh yeah. This is just getting warmed up. So I have my 20 bag station. So yeah, so I don't know which one it's going to hit. It could hit here, or it could do what we've been seeing a lot. It goes halfway. So what I've been doing is, divide, I set my 20 bag. Let's say it's 1,000 coins, right? I would do you know, like 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, like 20 times, all between here. Not necessarily straddling one line, you know, but I would do just above and just below and in between, assuming you bought the breakout. Getting in now, it's risky because Bitcoin's falling. You don't know how this could be a failed attempt, folks. You know, this could absolutely, because Bitcoin's falling, this could fall flat on its face and retest the 21 and then do it. I don't think I would enter this right now. If you're not in credits, I wouldn't get in it. Like personally, because I prefer to enter when it's in a bull market where the chance of me losing money within the next 2 days is almost zero. That's how I trade. Because if it's too risky, guess what? There are tons of coins out there that aren't risky that are breaking out. Why waste your time trying to enter something? Like if you saw me talk about DApp, it's not the time to buy it. Just go look for something else and you tell me what's a good buy. Shit, and I'll let everybody know about it. Don't try to wiggle into DApp or this, you know? Like, don't do it. Don't do it. OLT. My headphones are going ring, 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 because one of my coins is hitting its 20 bags. Ring, 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 ring. My 20 bags are ringing, dinging. And then guess what I'm going to do? Assuming enough of them hit. You know, if it's only like $50 worth of 20 bags, I'm not going to piss with it. I'll probably move it into Tether if it had sold into Bitcoin. But if it's a substantial amount, you know, my whole 20 bag or half my 20 bag, guess what I'm going to do next with all the ring, ring, and dinging? I'm going to go look for a breakout or a new cross or stability. Breakout, cross, or stability. Don't chase glory, folks. Don't like this. This is actually kind of between glory and stability. Which means, oh, look at that, it just dropped. I wouldn't get into this either right now. If you're not in this, I wouldn't enter it. Hell no. So here's how I judge that. Go to the weekly first, right? Try to figure, dang it, I got a sensitive keyboard. Try to figure out from a breakout point what percentage run. Don't go from the bottom. Go from like something like this. It formed a good base, has wicks here, so about there. What percentage up? And follow that rule, right? From, you know, any run up to 300, use the 2 hour or the 4 hour, 2 and 4 hour. From 300 to 500, use the 4 hour, maybe the daily. The daily 10 is probably a good one. Anything 500 and over, it's probably going to hit its daily 21 and the weekly 10. So use the weekly and the daily for any run. So if you measure this and it's 500, I'm going to look at the daily and the weekly to figure out how low it's going to go, right? Tiers, like in Patreon. 200%, I'm going to use the 2 hour. So this one might not be done. It's more ringing. 20 bags are ringing. They're calling me. I need to go hunt for my new stuff, which means I need to wrap this up. I don't know what this is doing. This could keep going. Like I said, this is a no trade zone. I absolutely wouldn't enter it, and I don't think I would sell my stuff here, assuming that I didn't place 20 bags somewhere. Where did I place my 20 bags? I don't know if I've, oh yeah, way up here. So yeah. So even if this falls flat, I don't care. I'm just going to wait on it to hit these. I'm going to close my eyes and wait till I hear a ring and dinging like in my headphones over here till it hits this. It could be May. I don't care. I'm not going to sell it until then, and I wouldn't enter it either. Now, if I really wanted to get into something like this because I'm convinced, don't chase it. Don't get it now. At least wait for something on the 2 hour. Since it's under a 300% run, so follow this line, you know, draw the slope out, and price will meet it at some point, most likely, right? Whoops. So price will do something like this, you know, meet it there. And that's where I would try to buy it. You know, something like that. Whatever, 0.60387. Somebody mentioned Westcoin. I think I bought this actually. Good thing I did. That went on a good run. Shit. It's way above. This one's not done. Wow, this just took off. Maybe that's what's ringing. No. No, I definitely wouldn't have put my bags below this. So this, okay, perfect. So the reason I bought this coin is because it's showing stability. This is stability, folks. This is, so that, but this is the third best option. I would only buy stability if I can't find a breakout or a cross. Cross is the best. Breakout like Veracity did and what Shaw was doing, second best. This is third best. It's still good. Because the reason it's third best is because you can, so imagine, let me move this over here. Make sure I'm not blocking with my fat face. Okay, so imagine, you know, it's here, right? And you can't see the rest of the price because we're not there yet. This looks stable, right? Does it look stable to you? It could look stable. Does it look stable on the daily, though? No, it doesn't, because it's not writing a line. It's not writing a line. It's probably writing something on the 4-hour, though. Almost guarantee it. Wait, what? This can't be the same. Ugh. I don't like this. I don't know. Under the 4-hour 200 is not good. This is typically a good buy, but that's not showing strength. I take that back. I don't think this looks stable. If I were to want to get into West, maybe I shouldn't have bought it. I think I bought it because it was under the 400 and it looked good on the daily. Ugh. I absolutely wouldn't get into it now. Because what it could easily happen with Bitcoin going down is it goes like this and it makes another lower low as this 400 so the orange line, if you want to remove that, look. Yeah, that's not good. I would wait for it to retest and stay above, and then I should have bought it. I missed that. I shouldn't have bought that yet. I think I made a mistake there. Now, will my mistake work out? Maybe. But what's probably going to happen to me now, since I made a bad move on that one? Where did it look? Oh, it looks stable on the weekly. No, you know what? It's right in its 20. This, yeah, but I mean, so it might be stable, but it does. You can't know if it's ready. So with this one, it looks stable on the weekly only, which means what? What if you're only off by 3 ticks? That's 3 freaking weeks you're not earning money. That's why stability is the third best. It's not even close to being the best. I probably also got it because it's a small cap. There's no way I would have bought that under like over 12 million. $10 million. Yeah, that's why. I saw it under the 400, saw it hitting this. Okay, if I could go back, I wouldn't have bought that yet. I would have waited for it to come down one more time. All right. So I gotta go. Wife's calling. Yep, I got to be done. So anyway, folks, try to apply what I'm doing here on your coins. If you have questions, this and that, just try doing what I just did. Start on the weekly. Measure from a breakout. What percentage? Is it up to 300, 300 to 500, 500 plus? Use the 2 or 4 hour for lower tier, 4 and daily for mid tier, daily and weekly for top tier. You can do this, folks. I would prefer you just watch my library, watch a few videos, and you really don't need you to watch me anymore. I would honestly kind of prefer that, you know, or at least you're comfortable enough where you are good without me. Try to learn this. Try to do what I'm doing. Okay. I also might be making an account in what I can't even remember the name of it now. Something about I make trades and your account automatically does what I do. once I have that account, I'll leave it down in the description section because I know this stuff's time consuming and it's hard to deal with. So that could make it a little easier. Shrimpy. There you go. Once I have that down, I'll let you all know. But anyway, if you want that more intimate stuff, go check me out on Patreon. Folks who have me on Patreon, be patient with me. Give me at least till Monday to get things roughly smooth. I'll have a schedule for YouTube as well. Yeah, I guess I got sucked into this YouTube stuff. This was not planned. So it's overwhelming. So with that thought, I didn't plan this. I didn't plan this. So, but I will roll with it because you all are demanding more, and I think that's cool. I'm here to help you. So you all just got Timified. I won't call you idiots anymore. I think I can promise that. Like I half promise that. Okay. All right, you got Timified. Cryptillions, crypto crackheads. We'll see you next time.